Welcome back to Professor Layton. Now we're doing some extra stuff. So, alright, so I promised, so here's the picture book in its entirety.
Okay.
Alright, it's a combination, don't bother, Shiroi. Dweebs will fill in for Flora, so, because this is a little hard for you to read, so.
Okay.
So, first story, Lost and Found.
Lost and Found, by Luke Triton.
Alright, Jova, get ready.
One sunny morning, I was strolling through a meadow. As I approached a dead tree on my right, I noticed a knot in the middle of the path
Boots.
and a hat to the left. I wonder who dropped these, I thought to myself. I decided I couldn't just leave them there.
By the way, it's boot, not knot.
Right, boot to the head. I walked to a square with a plum tree in its center. Next to the plum tree, I saw a man frantically picking something up. So I said, I'm looking for someone who has dropped some items. Have you noticed anyone who fits this description?
No.
The drawings are so adorable.
Yeah.
Oh. The mustached man glanced at the items I was holding, and replied,
Oh, so that's where my hat went. Thanks for returning it to me.
Thank you.
Now fuck
"Oh, it's
off.
adorable,"
Take this as my way of saying thanks. It fell out of this plum tree.
said the man who, while handing me, this
While handling you.
That's just wrong on so many levels.
This is supposed to be adorable, not creepy.
And with that, I continued strolling through the meadow. After a short time, I bumped into a girl, so I said, I found this boot, and I'm looking for the person who dropped it.
Alright, Dweebs, you fill in for Shiroi.
Alright.
Unless, can you read these, Shiroi?
No, I didn't prepare for Shiroi because I just assumed this will be a little hard for Shiroi
Just
to...
for future reference, anyway.
I figured it will be hard for Shiroi to tell from the narration to the actual lines, so...
Doesn't really...
Yeah,
No.
it doesn't really state.
I can't
so.
help you, but there's a white house just up the path. Try asking over there.
Jova?
I said my thanks and hurried on.
Alright then.
And that was the end of my cameo.
Don't worry, Flora, you'll have your own
These
story.
drawings looks like something that's come
Curious
from
as to whether the
stained
boot
glass,
belonged to someone in the White House, I walked over to it and knocked on the door. A kindly-looking woman opened it and said,
Hello there, can I help you?
Peeking inside, I couldn't help but notice that there was a tasty-looking banana on the kitchen table.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you're looking at my banana, aren't you?
I found this boot, and I'm looking for its owner, I replied.
Again, this is supposed to be
that
adorable.
That boot belongs to my grandson.
Said the woman.
Thank you ever so much.
Then she handed me the banana as a reward. It was a good day, and I returned 2 lost items to their owners and received a delicious plum and banana as a reward. I was so happy that I couldn't help but whistle, and I felt like I could walk all day long.
You were
You're telling me it was Luke who was responsible for all the banana puzzles around Future London.
You were saying something about the drawings too?
Rainy Day Cafe by Flora, whatever her
for the
last
style,
name
it
is.
looks something that came out from a
I
stained
work in a
glass.
little cafe. One day, the woman in charge stepped out, leaving me to run the shop. Before stepping out the door, the woman said to me,
I'm relying on you today. I'll be back as soon as I can.
She said creepily. After the woman left, I noticed that a raincoat had been left behind on the counter. Oh no! The woman must have forgotten this, I thought to myself. And come to think of it, I don't even know where the woman went.
Well, shit.
Fuck. A little while later, a man arrived, the first customer of the day.
The rain is terrible. I'll have a coffee, please. A really hot one.
The customer said, taking a window seat. I looked outside and saw that it had indeed started raining.
Oh dear.
Yeah, well, we used to it, Sprin. The door flew open once again, and I could hear the sound of the rain on the pavement as the next customer came in.
Jova?
Luke, speak!
Right. Of course, it's just like they forecasted. That rain has to be chilled to the bone. I'll have a tea, please, but don't steep it for too long.
The boy took a seat in a corner table. Since the woman in charge was gone, I had to make a coffee for the customer by the window. I also had to make the tea that the other customer had ordered. However, I ran into a snag when I realised the milk bottle was gone. And I also realised, why am I even making stuff for it anyways? The door opened again and someone stepped inside. Thank heavens, that must be the woman, I said. When I turned around, I saw it was actually a traveller. This customer sat down by the counter.
You get lost in a bar while searching for Rome.
Yes, I did, but look at this mushroom I found in the forest. Was I lucky or what? Alright, my order. I'll have a cocoa, please.
The traveller leaned over, put the mushroom on the counter and said,
Isn't it a beauty?
That's just it. Yeah. This guy will get lost just from crossing the street.
It is, but I have to apologise because I can't make you a cocoa. The milk bottle is gone, you see. I said, deciding I had to be honest. What happened to my voice there? Overhearing my apology, the moustache man sitting by the window said,
I don't like my coffee black. One really needs to dip the milk bottle to make it palatable.
I don't have a milk bottle!
That's weird, considering how Don Paolo, while it was disguised as Inspector Chummy in Curious Village, had the whole thing with the sugar.
The boy in the corner piped up as well.
Hot tea's best friend is the milk bottle.
Then the traveller by the counter chimed in, This is unbelievable! I came all the way here to enjoy fucking cocoa! The traveller by the counter's glasses began to fuck up with anger.
Fuck up with anger?
Who puts milk in tea?
The door opened.
Actually, a lot of people do that too.
And in stepped the woman.
That's disgusting.
Trust me, Theo. A lot of people where I work, a lot of my customers.
Yeah, I do that.
A lot of my customers do that.
Milk goes in white tea.
Yeah.
I can't find the milk bottle.
You put it in
everywhere.
And you will get a slap.
Causing the woman's eyes to grow as big as saucers.
Loose leaf tea, I should say.
Lady, are you going to speak?
Oh, sorry.
The old dear really was steamed, but she wasted no time making everyone fresh hot drinks and a mushroom pie. The customer and I cheered up as well. Doesn't this story make you want to visit a cafe on a rainy day?
No.
That drawing of Flora is adorable.
I know.
She looks like she's high.
That cocoa is so powerful.
Okay, now it's time for my story. So shut up and let the experienced actors.
Does he really need any more ego?
Shut up!
Missing Figurine by Herschel Layton.
I want to introduce my own story. One day, I received a request for help from a friend of mine, the head of a venerable old family, so I headed over to the family mansion. At the entrance, I was met by a butler dressed completely in blue, whom I swear I fired earlier.
Yeah, this looks familiar. I don't know.
I swear I fired that butler earlier. According to the master who invited me, a valuable figurine had disappeared from the mantelpiece. As I was expecting the scene, a young master whispered from the door,
Not many people come and go from the mansion. Someone who lives there must have hidden it.
He asked me to follow him to the study, where he'd tell me the whole story.
Awesome.
However, when we arrived at the study, there was someone already there.
There you are,
little rascal.
Said the chef.
Go on, Pedro.
Oh, excuse me, I didn't realize you had a guest.
And the chef left the room. Who was that? I asked.
Could you tell from his hat?
Was the reply.
I wonder what he wanted. Oh, sorry. Is that... I don't know.
I don't know. That's
speaking.
the problem. Across the room, we heard a loud meow. Oh, I exclaimed. We're not alone.
Well,
right.
you look familiar, don't
My cat
you?
is the queen of the house, said the boy.
Said the boy. Oh, but
I better get going. It's time for my association with my tutor now. He's the small moustache.
Oh.
No, he wasn't the cat.
Actually, Claudia's not adorable at all. She scratches.
I decided to investigate the dining room. Upon entering, I startled the gardener inside, causing him to drop the watch he was carrying.
Oh, you must be a guest. But please, don't sneak up on me like that.
Does that watch you dropped belong to you? I asked.
No, it belongs to the young master. I found it while working in the garden, so I thought I'd return it to him.
I stole it
So
from
why did you come to the dining room?
I stole it from a boy named Nate Adams.
I walked back through the hall to the big garden behind the house. There I encountered the tutor, pointing a trowel on the ground. He said to me,
I'm looking for the owner of this. He's the gardener in blue trousers.
I then lost my mind. And Job is dropped again.
No, I haven't.
Aha.
Soon after, a maid entered the garden and said to me,
Ah, so this is where you are. The master's been looking for you.
turning to the tutor, she said,
And as for you, it's time for the young master's lesson.
a look of panic flitted across the tutor's face.
Oh my word, is it that time already?
The cat appeared with a meow.
Your paws are all muddy. Have you been out in the garden again?
Scolded the maid. Turning to me, she said,
The family doesn't know, but she likes to dig holes in the garden and bury things there. She's like a dog. She's kind of confused, so...
I wonder what she thinks when she sees a male dog, then.
The master saw Jurassic World and thought it would be a good idea to make a dog-cat hybrid. Didn't work out too well.
Next to the trail of muddy paw prints, a silver fork had been dropped. This belongs to the chef in the study. He lost it and was looking for it.
So basically, this is Layton playing a point-and-click game.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the cat's a feeding bitch.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that one cat that was apparently a master cat
I met up
burglar.
with the master and asked about the missing
I heard about that story, actually.
Was it shiny? I asked.
Oh, yes.
He replied.
It was this little statue of a goddess. Really magnificent silverwork.
I
For
see.
those of you who don't know, there was
I think
actually
I
a cat in
understand
real
what's
life who was
happened.
going around stealing
I
things
said.
from people's houses in a particular street in America.
My
Yeah.
word, really? Jolly good.
And now, Tio's dropped. The master gathered everyone in the hall, and I started to explain the situation. After the figurine went missing, the gardener noticed that holes had been dug in the garden and assumed the young master was making mischief. You see, the young master's watch was found next to the holes.
So,
I hope
obviously,
he gets
who's...
back soon. I want to hear his reaction to,
The tutor also had
Yeah.
suspicions. He found mud on the floor of the young master's study, which made him think something untoward had happened. Therefore, he went into the garden to look for evidence. Had he taken a closer look, he would have seen that the muddy footprints belonged to the cat.
The cat did it.
Yes,
So it was the cat all along.
you.
feline bastard.
Yeah.
But isn't she so cute?
The chef also had his suspicions, but it wasn't the valuable figurine that was concerning him, but rather the missing fork. He thought it had been taken by the young master as a practical joke. He's always in the dining room after all.
Now, think about this, too. Even Luke couldn't really stop Claudia from scratching him. So, yeah,
Wow.
Claudia is really a catty bitch. I would
Free
say.
spirit.
You're all awful. Everyone suspected me. I didn't hide the figurine. I didn't use a towel. I didn't take the fork from anyone either.
Said the young master angrily.
With that happy face.
Yes. Now, calm down. There's another explanation that hasn't been considered. The young master looked around him.
That's right.
Said the master kindly.
Nobody here did anything wrong.
Exactly, I said. The real criminal is over there.
Uh,
It was you, Window.
Sure?
Yuri?
Meow.
Said the cat. She seems to be fond of shiny things, like the silver figurine, watch, and silver fork. She hid them all in the garden.
Are you sure
so
the
that's
cat's not
what
a
happened.
Hang on. Are you sure
Another
the cat's
puzzle
not a shih-
solved.
Are you sure
I said,
the cat's
smiling.
not a Shih Tzu?
Yeah. Alright, so now that we've checked out the picture book, now trying to go to the actual extras.
Neato.
okay.
So what are we doing first?
First we're doing, I think the music. Yeah, we're gonna listen to the main theme of the game because we didn't get to listen in the game, so here it is. The Layton Grand Caravan Orchestra. And guess what? This one actually does not have an accordion, at least not from what I remember.
Amazing.
Blasphemy.
Basically, too, you know how in Miracle Mass the music is entirely orchestrated?
Yeah.
Well, basically, the Layton Grand Caravan Orchestra was formed by Tomohide Nishihiro to make some extra bonus tracks for the official soundtracks where the tracks are actually orchestrated. However, and there was, and when it comes to Pandora's Box and Lost Future, and even Last Spectre, the main themes were actually fully orchestrated. It was just those. But then when it came time for the 3DS games, they actually had the actual Layton Grand Caravan Orchestra do the whole thing.
I think this is an accordion, actually.
Oh, there you go. Never mind.
There it is.
Weird.
Of course, there's an accordion.
I don't know if it's just me, but I heard a bit of Objection 2001 in there.
Nishihiro.
Neat homage.
Yeah, Nishihiro is obsessed with the accordion. Sounds very 1950-ish. Well, it's playing on a record player, so I guess that's also.
Yeah, I do hear it in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it sounds like he's paying an homage to Objection 2001. Nice.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Of course, this will be the perfect lead into Trials and Tribulations.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely one of the best themes.
Very well orchestrated. And now the piano.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I'm the best producer in gaming.
Oh, really?
Yes, I can hire people like this.
Wait, but Professor, I thought we were told that it was Nishihiro who formed this orchestra.
Yes, but who do you think paid for it?
Ah, okay. I thought it was...
Wow, he is putting his money to good use.
Well, okay, fine, I guess. So wait a minute, Professor, you're telling me that you're actually the big, the puppet pulling the strings at level 5 and Hino's just the guy who shows his face?
Yes, I prefer to remain anonymous. Oh shit, I'm talking to you. But gotta go!
It's actually interesting.
Hello,
Pedro,
Professor, he'll be back.
Pedro, is Nishihiro even the composer of Dark Cloud games?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
No, I was thinking because, for example, here in these games of
Voice.
Professor Layton,
This one's as good as
And there's Lani
oh
Minella.
no.
Ew.
by time-traveling postman? Just joking, of course.
Jesus, that's terrible.
That was
Well, she's awesome as Puzzle Lad. She's awesome as Emmy. Why is it only with Luke that she's not awesome? I don't get it.
Well,
She's
he said maybe
okay
she's
as
not good
Luke.
at voicing British boys or boys in general.
I guess, but it's just...
She's okay as Luke. I don't
Is she?
hate her
Is she
as Luke.
Clive? Like young Clive?
Alright, and now, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes,
Lani Minella
yes,
marathon.
she
I
played
thought
like
so.
young Clive.
That up, Professor.
Jesus.
Let's let Tara listen a bit, because this is his first time.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Why they had two different people for the American
British-
English?
Lani Minella was supposed to originally voice Luke even in the European versions, but British test players hated her performance, so she was
No,
replaced.
I know,
by
but why changing the voice? Why whatever.
But basically, she was the original cast voice, but she kept doing that for the Americans.
I mean, not that it affected me. All the Layton games have been translated fully, even in voice acting here in Italy. So,
Prime Minister and Dr. Stungun had vanished.
Jesus.
Okay.
You're really not going to show that really emotional scene, are you, with
I
that
am.
voice?
Yes, I am. Okay.
Just look at it like this, guys. After this, we have Trials and Tribulations to fall back on.
Following the clue in the letter, the professor and I set off. What he wrote was one of the biggest mysteries we've ever encountered.
It's a consolation. Layton's last outing in both. Wait, maybe it was last in your country. All I know is that it was last over
Yes, that was quite
here in the America. We had Maria Darling.
Yeah. Lani Minella wasn't called for the crossover.
I think she was called for the crossover.
No, she was. No, she wasn't actually. When they asked her about her on Twitter, she said, "I didn't know that. I was told the series had ended." She didn't know actually.
Oh, I have it mixed up. That mixed up with something else. Okay.
All
Wait a
right.
minute, hang on. So who's Luke in the crossover?
Maria Darling in every region. Well, unless it's a dub of the Germans or the Italians and stuff.
Yeah.
You got a better voice then.
Yeah, the weird thing is, like, well, a lot of American audience were a bit weirded out by it, since by then they had gotten used to the Lani Minella Luke, which I guess I can see why some people might prefer Lani Minella's Luke, if only because they've gotten more accustomed and used to it.
That's very interesting logic.
And honestly, Lani Minella, for the most part, can work as Luke. Obviously not as good as Maria Darling, who's actually
So in the
British.
crossover, I
but-
have to put up with this voice.
No. Maria
No,
Darling.
you don't.
Lani
Oh
Maria
wait,
Darling.
no, sorry, I got confused for a second.
All right.
I can only imagine you guys' reaction if it were the other way around, though.
That would explain more reasons why Dwibs would be so pissed.
Do you find it at all unnerving?
Ugh.
Jesus, Joe.
Yeah.
I guess Tio wouldn't like it, but man, I didn't never even.
Well, the Dweebs, you know how I am my idiosyncrasy. I fucking don't like bad voice acting in an anime, especially bad English voice acting in an anime. So, yeah.
I guess Lani Minella's Luke can best be summed up like...
What's your take on the Maria Darling, the British one?
It's fine. As you have guessed, since I never complained once so far.
Well, she is British, so...
Yeah, the voice acting, Christopher Miller, the guy who plays Layton, that guy's awesome, you have to admit too.
Yeah. No, as I mentioned, I don't have complaints in that regard, but good lord. This girl is not even trying. He's either not trying or trying
Alright,
too hard.
as a break, let's watch this again. It's
We get to watch this again.
It's Lani Minella again, but this time as Puzzlette.
Talking to herself.
And, yeah.
I'm not even kidding. The first time you showed me, I was just, the jaw dropped.
Stop doing that. I think he's had enough slapping for one day. Now how are we
I love Layton's face.
Yeah, it's just like, what the hell?
Oh, no worries there, my fellow puzzle aficionado.
I'm talking to myself.
It's my job now. Granny's put me in charge, so just leave it
See,
to me.
she's awesome as Puzzlette, so I don't get it.
What happened here?
She was also good as young Clive.
Puzzlette, because that's
Yeah, she was young Clive in that flashback at the end.
soon.
I don't get it. And that was a boy too.
Maybe it's voice direction. I don't know.
I guess, maybe.
I have no idea.
Oh, Helium.
What do you want?
Hello. I hope you're
Hello.
So wait, hold on a second. If the body was, the body was subject number 3 and Beasley was subject either 1 or 2. What's the other one?
The parrot.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Can you believe it?
The best is yet to come, Dwibs.
Oh no, I can't bear it.
Where did you learn to fly?
It does sound like that.
Alright, here's a difference. You know how we had Lost Future? Said by,
Sorry.
well, they changed the script for the American version.
They did?
So
Huh.
many plans for the future. Do
I'm
you remember,
glowing.
Herschel? I'll miss you. And our...
Yeah, Lani Minella's also great as Claire.
And One Future. So they actually.
Well, of course,
so
that was the title.
Yeah, they changed the script.
Oh no.
They had.
This is what you were talking
Yeah,
about.
they had Lani Minella record the lines twice.
I guess this is goodbye.
Oh.
I take it in this version, Dick Layton, you're not going to run after the Titanic.
Now look, you know a gentleman never makes a scene in public.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm not a gentleman.
Yes! Yes! I guess I can see why Rafe likes her better, since he's probably more used to the American version.
Oh, that was hilarious.
that cheesiness almost strangled me.
Okay, that's actually bad for that because we're not supposed to be laughing.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that.
Okay.
Basically,
Jova, yeah, the stage is yours.
House we watched.
So here's the hidden door. Go ahead, Jova.
Right. Well, we meet again. I'm Anthony, your arch rival from Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. I'm back to present to you with an extra special puzzle. All you need to do is move the gem at the spot at the top, marked by the two green arrows. Think you can handle that? Oh, and if you get stuck, don't bother asking me for any hints. I'll provide nothing of the sort. I want you to solve this puzzle in its purest form.
Where's Katya?
Entertain me.
She's elsewhere at the moment.
Got it!
Incredible. To have solved this puzzle, you must have completed Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. That reminds me, I have a request. Let's keep my identity our little secret. I'll be on my way now. So long.
But what if you use the internet to play
That
Diabolical Box?
That was my cute cameo for those who had the password from Diabolical Box. See ya.
But yeah, basically, here's how it is with Lani Minella's Luke. If you've played the American games and not played the British games, you'll likely get used to her voice. So for Americans or anyone who basically exclusively played the American versions, that scene was probably still legit for them.
Which is interesting because the English dub of the movie...
Well, we've actually been doing more so the British version for our playthroughs.
Which is interesting because the English dub of the movie has only Maria Darling. Lani Minella is nowhere to be seen because she wasn't called.
Well, then again, a lot of people also were called to reprise their roles for that movie.
True. Anyway,
Christopher Miller, but that's another story.
They got Christopher Miller, Maria Darling, and the actor who plays Inspector Grosky. But aside from
and yet
that,
they didn't even have Christopher Miller play Chelmy.
Well, you know, like one line, so I guess it didn't really hurt much. Anyway, everybody.
But also the other characters he voiced, but
that was Lost Future. Stick around for Miracle Mask.
And the crossover.
Yeah, see you then.